John, thanks for the sponsorship, for being here at .next. As part of our partnership, you've been at a number of events with us. You've been at GTS, which is a global tech summit. You've been at our sales kickoff. So you met with the Nutanix field, you met with our SEs. Now you're here at .next with us, meeting our customers. How are things going so far?
You know, Elliot, so you and I both go to a lot of conferences. I have to say, this is probably one of my favorite conferences that I've been to. It's so well organized, so well run, and the big stuff, you know, you guys do it really well. So some of my favorite things, quite frankly, has been the partner keynote with Rachel Scaff and Tarkin, who I feel like they're like the Avengers, right? They're like the Avengers of our companies, and we're bringing them together for one keynote. I mean, it just felt like a really great moment for customers and partners. The other one that I really, really loved was the SI Partner Channel session with Christina and Mark Longo. I loved it because it really spoke to how important SI partners are to what we're trying to do at Nutanix and AWS, right? SI partners are going to be critical, not only for the growth that we envision right now, but the absolute growth that we're seeing out in out years as well. But outside of that, you know, I think that .next does a lot of the small things really well too. Like, I mean, let's get this out of the way. Having Jose Andreas on stage is a little bit of a cheat code. I mean, that was a massive moment. He is such a force in the world, and to have somebody like that come to .next, I think everybody got so much out of it. But the small things that I'm talking about that I don't see at a lot of conferences that I love is your executives are walking around all the time. Rajiv, Tarkin, there is so much access that people have to both of those individuals, and people are able to go up and shake hands and talk about what's going on in their various businesses. That level of access with executives, truly unparalleled, and you know, just can't overstate how important that is. And there's also a lot of other things that you guys have been doing at .next as well. My team and I, we did packages for DC school kids when we came in, the SOAP experience, I think. Right. Again, such a nice touch to show that you not only care about the builder experience or the experience of the people that attend, but also the local community experience as well. And so .next, without a shadow of a doubt, one of my favorite events. I'm a little worried though, because after this, it feels like it might all go downhill. Like I might just be like, hey, you know what? I don't want to go to any more conferences. But you know, at AWS, really appreciate you having us, really appreciate the partnership, and having us at .next is, I think, a signal for how important that partnership really is.
Well, that's great to hear. I mean, for us, AWS events are just as impactful, just as great. So we definitely, .next and bringing everyone together here is a highlight of our year, but there's a ton of work that goes on, probably unknown to most people, every day, day in and day out. And our partnership, because of our partnership, our teams are getting together every day. So, you know, we signed this milestone agreement last year. You've been involved since day one. How are things happening out in the field every day between our teams and with our customers?
I mean, Elliot, I've been at AWS for 6 years. I can say without hyperbole that the growth, the demand, the attention, just the level of excitement around this partnership is something that I've never seen. We have executives at AWS that are deeply interested and supportive and motivated by the success that Nutanix and AWS is bringing. We have customers. The customer demand for the NC2 on AWS solution has been through the roof. We hear from customers all the time about how excited they are, how they felt like this was something that was missing in the market. They really felt like this was an opportunity for them to figure out an easy button for a lot of their migrations to AWS. And so the excitement, not only from AWS executives and stakeholders and everyone else, but from customers as well, has been overwhelming. My favorite part, however, about the partnership has just been the overwhelming support that Nutanix has brought to the AWS partnership. There's not a single individual, I think, within Nutanix, from your marketing team, to your business team, to yourself and your team, that have not been supportive of this relationship and done everything in your power to make this a success. One of the things that I heard yesterday, which I thought was really important, is that a customer told all of us, hey, we really think NC2 on AWS is a good solution, But the thing that we love the most is the white glove attention that we're getting from both Nutanix and AWS. He said, I feel seen, I feel important. And that's something that's super important to, I think, both of our companies, and it's great to be able to share that mindset with customers first, customers always, making sure that they're ultimately going to be made whole and taken care of. And I think that that's the stuff that's been really exciting about this partnership.
I mean, at Nutanix, we're really proud of our NPS. We've had a score of over 90 for over a decade. And so that really reflects in these individual anecdotes as well, right, that we hear from customers. Speaking of customers, as we've just embarked on this partnership and kind of seen some early wins, some good early wins, do you see any particular use cases or maybe customer verticals or kind of rising to the top as really good places to focus in on?
Yeah, it's actually one of my favorite questions because I think that a lot of times you expect a singular place. You're like, oh, we're really good in X, or we're really good in Y, or we're seeing a lot of demand in this one arena. But for NC2 on AWS, I can say that the customer demand for the solution has been cross-cutting. It's been industry agnostic, so to speak. We've had customers from the public sector to the financial services to every single piece that you can imagine wanting to be a part of the solution. I think that says a lot of things about NC2 on AWS and how hungry people were for this solution. I mean, number one, customers were waiting on it, right? And then once we announced it and said, hey, this is something that we really want to make sure that customers are able to experience, you saw the reaction almost immediately from all of these different sectors. And the growth has just been absolutely exciting. But more exciting than that is our ability to service those customers. I love hearing from customers all the time about how NC2 on AWS made the move so much easier, how it's so much less of a headache now, how much support that they're getting from Nutanix and AWS. That has been my favorite part of the partnership, and it's only getting better, right? As we tell the story more about NC2 on AWS, we see more and more customers getting really excited about it, partners wanting to build practices around it and really make it a central part of their story as well, and we're really excited to welcome them all. I mean, it's, again, 6 years at the company, this has been one of, if not the best experiences that I've had, and really enjoying sort of the rocket ship that this has been. I enjoy riding with you and your team as well.
We love working with you. We've heard over and over this week that Nutanix is a platform, and it's great to see that being echoed in the field and from AWS as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, we know AWS is everywhere, and combining that with Nutanix has been great. Now, there's still plenty of teams that haven't really worked with each other yet, right? Both from Nutanix and from the AWS field. Is there any advice, any pro tips that you would give them? Like, how should we best engage with each other?
Yeah, I would say two things. Number one, you should view the two of us as friends. And I think I speak for you when I say you and I could always use more friends. So if you're a Nutanix and AWS seller, reach out. Elliot and I are, if nothing, invested in the success of the partnership. that would be number one. Number two, I would say that right now is the best time. We're hearing from customers that they do not want to wait. NC2 on AWS is something that they want to experience right now. So if you're a Nutanix seller or an AWS seller and you're having conversations with your customer, 9 times out of 10, they're probably thinking about, what does a migration look like? How can we make our lives a little bit easier by leveraging NC2 on AWS? And so to those sellers, I would say, there's no better time to have that conversation than right now. That's part of it. The second part would be that you'd be surprised, these customers are very smart and they're very knowledgeable, and we're already seeing them pick up the phone and calling our respective sales team saying, hey, I heard about this NC2 on AWS thing. We started to tinker around with it and we love it, and we absolutely want to be a part of it as well. So definitely have those conversations early, but also reach out and get a really deep understanding about what it is, because those sellers are going to get called by their customers because there's so much excitement in the field for this. And again, one of the things that we at AWS are most excited about is this partnership.
I love it. I mean, not only do we dress alike, we think alike as well. So,
we do, yeah.
Absolutely, on board with you there. So thank you again for your partnership, for the sponsorship at our events. I know there's been a lot of traffic at the booth already. But if people perhaps are just watching this online, maybe they weren't able to make it here in person, where can they find us next? Where are we going to show up?
Yeah, well, that's a great thing about the Nutanix AWS relationship is that we not only seek to be everywhere, it seems like we are everywhere. And so I would say to those customers and account managers and partners and everyone else that are looking to get engaged with us in person, we have a lot of summits and a lot of in-person events that are coming up. At AWS summits, I think we have 6 or 7, don't quote me on the number, but we have a good amount coming up within the coming year, and the Nutanix AWS story is going to be central to that. We want our customers to know that we have tons of pathways available, and the NC2 on AWS pathway really allows our customers to experience the very best in migrating to AWS. So connect with us in person at the AWS summits, but here's the best part, and I think, I speak for Nutanix because I've seen this on the Nutanix side, is that it doesn't have to be an event, right? We will meet you where you are. If you're a customer and you need an opportunity for us to come and visit you in your office or to do an event with your group, we're happy to do it. And I think that speaks to the customer-centric mindset that both Nutanix and AWS have. So again, engage with us in person, reach out online. We're always looking for new friends, but also let us know where you are and we're happy to meet you there as well.
Sounds great. For those that are here in DC, we'll be back again for AWS Summit DC in June. For those around the world, just reach out. We're in a number of cities, and we're looking forward to seeing you in person or at one of those virtual events.
Absolutely.
Or on those calls, right?
Absolutely.
So thank you again, John. It's great to have you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Elliot.